So I just watched the new trailer for Deus Ex Mankind Divided trailer, and I noticed that although this trailer pointed towards the video game genre, there was a lot of truth to that video. You see, as technology advances every day, so does our use for it. We find ourselves becoming more and more dependent on things we use every day, whether it be cell phones, the way we travel, or perhaps more importantly, the internet. In 2008, Nicholas Carr wrote an article that brought a terrifying feeling for the country. He stated that our brains have been acting differently due to the amount of times we spend on the internet. He even said that the way we think and process information have been restructured in a way that's totally different than people who lived 10 years ago. And due to the popularity of his article, he decided to write a book called The Shallows, which explained the dangers that our brains are facing every day the more we use technology. And don't get me wrong, he's not stating that the internet is an evil monster that's corrupting our minds. Instead, he clarifies although the internet has made life easier than what it was before, us as a species has also had to make a few sacrifices because of the way we use the internet today. Now here are 5 ways the internet has changed us. 1. Our focus has dramatically decreased due to the quickness of online searches. All it takes is a quick Google search to find whatever question we have in mind. And because of the quickness of the internet, it has caused our minds to have an unrealistic expectation towards other related channels. Our way of thinking point more towards what is convenient rather than what's necessary. We began losing patience for the simple things in life that require waiting, such as working at a company, getting a promotion, or dating. The second is, even before the internet arrived, our minds was already changing the way it functioned because of simple inventions such as televisions or the computer. There's even cases where writers can't work at a computer because it gave them severe headaches and a nausea feeling. And that's normally because our brain doesn't see your keyboard as a keyboard. Rather, it sees it as an extension of your hand, and when you begin using a keyboard, your brain sort of freaks out until it learns to adapt with it. Now the third is going to be, we often assume our decisions are our own, but it's often the tools we use every day that direct our thoughts and behaviors. Take a clock for example. We use them every day to determine what time to get up, when to catch our transportation system, or when our favorite television show comes on. And although it's hard imagining life without a clock, societies have been able to live without them for thousands of years. Their brains already knew how to function automatically without the help of outside tools for support. Which brings up the question, what automatic senses has the internet removed from our brains today? Socrates already said that depending on your ability to write and record our thoughts on written paper can actually cripple your ability to memorize. But as we already know, without writing, there will be a chance that our society would forget a majority of events that happened in the past. And like Socrates' warnings, depending on the flexibility of the internet has reduced people's willingness to go to the library or go to other public resources to find the answers they're looking for. The fourth is going to be, although we assume we give our full attention to the internet, we're really just jumping from one distraction to the next. When we're on a web page, we see dozens of possible clickbait materials that catches our attention. So when we're using the internet daily, it's actually overwhelming the mind because our minds are trying to compose whatever is in front of us that very second. Take reading an article online for example. Unlike a book, where all you have is the context of those pages, an online article can have ads running on the sides, pop-ups, which can distract you, and possible clickbait thumbnails. And with so much information being pushed on you, it can cause your mind to lose the main point of what you were reading in the first place. Now the fifth is going to be, since the 1960s, people have been attempting to make computer programs interact with people. We find ourselves giving programs like Siri human characteristics every day because, as humans, we're social beings. And today, we're spending more time on the computer than with real people. And as the lines between human and computer interactions become more narrowed, we find ourselves becoming more machine-like, so we can have a central point of relation with the object we spend our time with most. We're learning to depend on the machines to do a majority of our thinking and remembering things for us. Such as, why remember these important dates in history when you can just Google them in a matter of seconds? Or why go out to find a date when you can simply find someone to date online? Now, although the facts from this book can seem scary, should it? Yes, it's true that the natural effects of depending on the internet is unavoidable because we use it for daily activities. After all, the benefits probably do outweigh the costs. The author only raises these questions as a general concern that maybe instead of constantly depending on the internet for simple information, we should go out into the world and find it for ourselves. That we should learn to use our natural tools of communicating with people in person rather than online, and learn how to read books rather than online articles that could distract us from possible clickbait materials or pop-up ads or ads in general. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you have any ideas you'd like to see in the future, don't be afraid to leave a comment below and subscribe. Alright guys, hope you guys have a great day and peace.